Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Up Sis Talk Show. This is the place where independent authors, especially Christian authors, have an opportunity to share their testimony through their written work in order to inspire you to share yours. I'm your host, Angel Charmaine, and I'm really excited to be here with you all tonight. You all know what we do on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I introduce a new self published independent author, well, new to our space. They're not necessarily new to writing or being an author, but new to the Speak Up Sis platform. Well, I've got another amazing author tonight. She's beautiful aesthetically as well as spiritually. And I have had an opportunity to really get to know her in the past few weeks. She's going to be joining us in several different Speak Up Sis spaces. But I'm going to introduce you all to her before I start rambling all about how I met her and her wonderful book and all that good stuff. So I'd like to bring into the space and introduce you all to Miss Jacqueline Andrade. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, 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 yes.
Welcome,
Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome to Speak Up Sis Talk Show. How are
Thank
you
you.
doing this evening?
I am wonderful. I'm sharing space with you. So how much better can it doesn't get any better than that. So thank you
Yes,
so very much.
that is what's up. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Well, I am just grateful that you said yes to coming to the space. It's amazing how this budding relationship sort of started and how it's
True.
evolving and all that good stuff. And we'll let the people in on a few really good things that we've got planned and that are coming up. But before we
Okay.
do that, I'd like for you to share a little bit about who is Jacqueline with our listeners and our viewers.
Okay, okay. Well, hello, and everyone. Thank you so very much for just this opportunity to be here. I am Jacqueline Andrade, and I am the marriage, sex, and relationship guru. I am a wife, a mother of two beautiful, handsome young men. They are 19 and 21, and I finally refer to them as goodness and mercy because they have been so good to me. I am a full-time caregiver for my mom who lives with me, and she is just eloquently battling sarcoidosis and a couple other health issues, but we are nonetheless blessed. What else? I have uh, a degree, bachelor's degree in sociology and a master's degree in Christian counseling. And what else am I? I love to travel. I love to hang out at the beach. I love being around my family. I love to write. And I am an entrepreneur. And what else? I just love the Lord, y'all.
That's the best
So
part.
that's the absolute best part. And the most important thing is that he loves me. Like
Yes.
that's what I get excited about because he loves me, like absolutely loves me.
Yes.
So
Oh my
I'm
goodness. Just
grateful.
watching you say that and watching your face light up, I know you mean that.
Yeah. You're like, he just absolutely, it's just the best thing in life.
Yes. Well, I'm glad he loves me too. I won't say he's my
Yes.
favorite tonight since it seems like you believe you're the favorite, but I don't know. I know. I
He's
know.
okay. It's okay. We can share him. He knows.
Yes.
You have favorite. He likes things about you that are his favorite, and things that he's created about me that is favorite.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well,
Yes.
we've got some company tonight. So let's say hello to our guests before we jump into this. How you doing? Lynette, good evening. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us on YouTube. If you're watching Speak Up Sis Talk Show on YouTube, please make sure that you click the subscribe button as well as the notification button so that you get updates as to when we release new content. Thank you so much for joining the community. Hello, I am Valerie Champion. Great evening, sister. It is good to see you in the building as well. This is another one of our fellow Speak Up Sis Bookshelf authors. Appreciate you for being here. Hello, Ashana. How you doing, sis? It's good to see. Oh, my earrings are fire. Thank you. Y'all know these are Speak with Chic earrings. I hand make earrings.
Oh,
from
okay.
repurposed materials.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you, sis. I knew you would notice those since she is our jewelry lady in the building. Valerie Champion says to know God's love, to know God loves us is simply awesome. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. And thank you so much, Valerie. Subscribe for sure. All right, everybody. So listen, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into this because I don't want us to miss too much of these 30 minutes because Miss Jacqueline, I know y'all heard her. She like a sexologist or something. Or I don't know if we can call her that, but that's what I'm gonna call her.
I
So
like sex guru.
sex guru. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know if you all have noticed, but in the Speak Up Sis community, we have been talking a little bit about sex on our Speak Up Sis podcast on Monday night. We were talking about the two sides of truth and listening to two different women's perspectives on sex and intimacy and partners. And so tonight we have Jacqueline here to talk with us because we're going to be having a workshop that she's going to facilitate. And so I wanted you all to really get a chance to hear her. We're going to talk about this book that if you are signed up for the workshop, you're going to get a free copy of this book. Yes. So I wanted to make sure that you all get a chance to hear her and learn about the book and really get fired up for this workshop that's coming on November 19th. So tonight we are going to be talking about help. Someone stole my sex drive and I want it back.
Yes,
I have
auntie.
been there, sis. I have been there. So let's start here. Why this book? Why the name of this book? What led you to this place
Wow.
of saying help? So was your sex drive stolen?
Yes, it was hijacked by myself.
By yourself?
Yes,
Ooh,
single-handedly, I hijacked my own sex drive, unbeknownst to
wow.
me. And because God is so gracious and so merciful and so loves me unconditionally and just so kind and keeps his promises,
Mm-hmm.
when I took my vows to my husband and he said that it was going to be till death do us part, I I knew that he had to come through because I was living in a sexless marriage and it was not fun. And so help somebody stole my sex drive started out as just a little ebook, and the Lord was like, just write a book about it. I was like, what about what? Because truth be told, guys, I did not want to talk about sex. I wanted a gift that, why couldn't I be like a fashionista? Why couldn't my
Mm-hmm.
calling be to go, I don't know, save the children? I don't know.
Feed the homeless or something.
Right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right, right. Why I had to be the one to talk about sex. But I know why now is because one, I love sex, and two, it's
Nothing wrong with
not
that.
it's not taboo. Like
Mhm.
my kids grew up learning about penises and vaginas. We never called it anything but a penis or a vagina. Like
Mhm.
that's what it is. There's no
Right.
shame in it. It is just body parts that God created, and we don't put shame in it. And I think as a mother of boys, once you teach them how to properly communicate what it is about their bodies, they know how to treat women. They don't
Yes.
disrespect, they don't dishonor women. They respect the body as a life giver, a
Mm-hmm.
woman as a life giver, and not someone to be taken advantage of or mistreated or even looked at as a property or pornography. Like
Right.
exhibiting self-control, because sex is nothing, it's not taboo.
Right. It shouldn't
So
be.
it shouldn't be.
It
It
shouldn't
shouldn't
be.
be.
Right. So
So
you
the
you found yourself in a place of being hijacked
yes,
sexually. Were there
yes.
situations in your
There
life or
and I don't want to give too much of the book, but
Mhm.
in the book I talk about our marriage baggage and
Okay.
how we all come into marriage with baggage. Our
Mhm.
bags are packed. We say I do, and we pack up all of our stuff from childhood, and we pack
Mhm.
up all of our traumas and all of our disappointments and preconceived notions and things that we saw on TV that we think we're supposed to act as a woman and a wife. And we pack all of that up, and then we go move in with this stranger and say, till death do us part.
Right.
Now, most of us have had some trust issues prior to even getting married.
Right.
So now we're taught to be one with this person, and we don't even know what that means.
Don't
we
even
don't know what that
it
look like.
means.
Other than he gonna insert his penis into my vagina and we're gonna make babies at some point.
Yeah.
That's just the extent of it. But the way God has designed it, it should be harmonious. Sex should be a beautiful symphony of two people coming together and making a beautiful symphony of love to each other. And
you make that sound so like mellifluous, and
it just should be so harmonious. And we don't ever want to say balance, because balance is boring. We want harmony. If you're working in your calling, and he's working in his, and he's trying to elevate you and you're trying to elevate him, well, there's nothing, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful dance. And you're going to desire to want to be with each other. You're going to desire to want to connect. It's like once you experience God and you know how really, really deliciously good he is, you don't ever want to not be in his presence.
Right.
You don't ever want to forsake spending time with him. You feel yucky when you don't. Like, I don't know about you, but when I stop reading, or I haven't read in like 2 days, or you just haven't sat down quietly with God, I feel like, oh, something is off.
And
then
just out of sorts.
Yes. And then the Holy Spirit just gently reminds me, you need to get back in quiet time. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that intimacy.
Yes. And into me I see. Into me I see. Yes. So you want your husband to be able to see into you intimately. But most of us don't like what we see on the inside of us anyway. Ooh. So how are we going to be vulnerable enough to this person that we can't even trust, if we're honest? We don't trust them. We got married because we thought it was what we were supposed to do. And
may I say that we don't trust ourselves?
You may say that, and I'll say amen.
I'm telling you, this is delicious already. Hello, Shantae. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. She says, hello, ladies. And she also says nobody's talking about it from a healthy space. Exactly. And that, so let me sort of introduce everyone to how we got to this place. So Jacqueline submitted a request to be on the show, and it went somewhere. We did something. I don't know. I guess she forgot about me. I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
Who cares what happened, right? And then she showed up again in my Instagram inbox. And I'm reading her name, and I'm thinking about what she's saying, and I'm going, why do I feel like I know her? But I'm responding because you all know me. I treat everybody like I know them, even if I don't. And then it clicked, and I said, I read your book already. She was like, you did? I was like, yes. And it's wonderful, and it's amazing. And I got to have you on my show. Little did I know this was the woman who had already submitted a request to be on the show. And so all sorts of things took place. But this is what I want you all to know. I read the book when it first came across my desk, and I saw the title, because all books are reviewed prior to being on the bookshelf. Because I want to make sure that what is in that space is what believers what would be healthy for us, and won't compromise what we believe in, that kind of thing. So the books are reviewed. So when I saw the title, I was like, this could be anything. This could be anything. And I was like, this one's just not going to get a brief overview. This one's going to get a read directly from the CEO. So I started reading, and I was like, this is So good. And just like Shantae said, nobody's talking about it from a healthy space. When I
Yeah.
read the book, it was nothing that I expected, but
Mhm.
everything I didn't know that I needed to read.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, every single woman who has a desire to be married and every single woman who is in a marriage needs to read this book. And y'all know I don't tell stories. If I don't like it, she wouldn't be on here. Y'all already know that.
True.
Okay. And so, Shantae, you are so right. And this is coming from a believer's perspective. And that is
Mhm.
why I am really pushing this, because I think it's so necessary. I think a lot of our marriages are ending in divorce
Mhm.
because of sex. Is
Yep.
if it's not money,
Yep.
it's sex. And we can
It's
throw
true.
communication and all that in there, but that's sort of mixed in with everything.
Mhm.
It's either money
Yep.
or it's sex.
Yep.
And
It's
sex
true.
is really high
Yep.
up on the totem pole, I
Yep.
believe,
Yep.
right?
It's true.
So we've got a believer here who that God has given the gift to share with women. And y'all know how I feel about that. It is women who are supposed to be teaching women about being good women,
Mhm.
mothers, and wives. There's a woman
Mhm.
here who is teaching us how to have healthy sex lives in marriage.
Mhm. Yep.
Bam. And I needed them to hear all of that. And I'm going to let you continue. Tell us some more about this delicious book.
Okay. Well, I'll just read a little insert from it. Okay. I'll just
Okay.
read just a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of it from it. Okay. So it says, so this book helps someone stole my sex drive, and I want it back. I found myself lying in bed next to my husband, watching the 11 o'clock news. We both worked full-time jobs. We had two small children. My mom moved in with us after having a stroke, and I had just started my very first direct sales marketing company. So the entrepreneur bug had hit me.
Mm-hmm.
As my husband and I lay in the bed, he said to me, "You want to have sex?" I said, "Okay." The next thing I remember, we woke up the next day, and dare I say, we did not have sex that night.
Mm.
I woke up, went through the regular daily routine of getting myself ready, the kids ready, and going throughout my day. But then something hit me like a ton of bricks. And I realized I didn't know when was the last time I was one with my husband.
Mm.
I did not know when was the last time I had sex with my husband. And then the real scary part happened. If he's not having sex with me, who is he having sex with? So
I'm going to take my glasses off for that
my
part.
question to myself was, oh my gosh, is my husband cheating? And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there.
Ooh, child.
So you're going to have to find out. You're going to have to read the book, or you're going to have to see us on the 19th to find out the rest of this.
My goodness.
So that was my reality. And when when God told me to write this ebook, he said just start off with an ebook. So it was
Mm-hmm.
probably a 15-page ebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Lord said, and it's really learning the 4 P's to amazing sex every time. So it
Right.
says, help someone stole my sex drive and I want it back. And then we unpack what the amazing 4 P's are to having an amazing sex life.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these P's are definitely something that we all need
Mm-hmm.
in order to have a healthy sex in marriage.
Right.
And so that's how it got started. And then we turned it into a workbook and attached, the workbook into the actual book. So
Listen, y'all, these 4 P's, we're not going to tell you what they are because you just got to show up so that you can get your copy of the book.
yes,
I think that was probably part of the reason I needed to read it. So I was like, 4 P's. I don't know the P words that we talking about. We're not putting that on the bookshelf. we,
it's
we're
true.
not
We're
doing
not.
that. We're not doing that.
We're
But I'm
not.
telling you, it's good. And here's the thing, and we've got the ladies are in the comments. She says, Lord, where's my husband? Can't use the 4 P's with anyone.
And it's really interesting too that you say that, because as single women, if you don't know your body and then you get married and you expect your husband to know it, that's kind of not fair. And there's one part that I talk about, releasing your husband from being your personal superhero. He's a human, just like you're a human. The only person that can meet every one of your needs is Jesus Christ himself. He's the savior,
Right.
not your husband. So don't get married thinking that you're going to find somebody to save you from something. First of all, you better know what you're trying to be saved from.
Oh,
if you don't know that, don't get your butt married.
Oh my goodness.
Marriage is not for wimps. It ain't for punks. You better be strong. It ain't for the wimpy. I'm sorry. It's just not.
It's not.
I'm your good sister, girlfriend, auntie, cousin, friend who's going to tell you the truth. It's
telling
more
you.
than just having sex and coming home to somebody, kiki, and then somebody to have a date night with. It go way beyond.
It goes far beyond that.
It goes far beyond
told, everybody knows I keep it all the way 1,000 in this place for people. And I was married. I'm divorced now. And God rest his soul, he's deceased at this point.
Sorry.
But I tell you, there are so many things that steal your sexual or that you allow to interfere
absolutely
with the drive, you know, and it stems from, you got the babies, and it's not the babies, it's everything included.
Absolutely.
With being a new mom. Don't say you dealing with some postpartum or just the stress of having to take care of new babies, even having a new baby and wanting to put all your attention in the baby, and he just got to sit to the side for a while, and then that while turns into a long while and forever almost, right? And don't let the bills start piling up, because honey, when the money is funny, nobody's looking really attractive at this point. And my goodness, don't let your husband have any medical issues. Can I just keep it 100 for the people, please? Because all of this will steal your drive.
It will.
And as people of color, not just Black people, but people of color in general, we deal with high blood pressure, diabetes, we deal with all of these issues. Men are dealing with erectile dysfunction, and they're having all of these issues. All of this, if you're the one having to make it happen in the bedroom, can I keep it 1,000?
Keep it 1,000, and you telling the truth. And guess what? Who telling you this? You dying secretly in your own house, coming home miserable.
Yep. And there's nobody to talk to.
Ain't nobody to talk to.
You don't know how to talk to him. You don't want to hurt his ego. You don't want to hurt his pride. You don't want to take away his manhood. You don't want to do any of those. You don't want to divorce.
Yep. But you know what we end up doing, right? Because hurt people. So now my needs ain't getting met. So now I'm going to lash out at you and not really tell you what's going on.
Exactly.
Because I don't know why I'm not, but I'm just not, because you're supposed to read my mind.
Because you're supposed to read my mind.
You're supposed to read my mind, honey. Girl, honey. It's a vicious cycle. But here's what the enemy does. When you're single, he tells you, go have sex. And when you're married, he's like, don't have sex. Don't give him none. Don't do that. He didn't do this. He didn't meet your need. Do he really love you? Like all of these things in your mind, because he is not for family. He does not want to see you happy. He does not want to see this unity happen. We just celebrated our 24-year anniversary in May of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so very much. And it has not been easy. Like our first probably year was great. And then year 2 to 7, we couldn't stand each other.
Did you say 2?
Year 2 to 7. So that was 5 years. 5. That I was like, Lord, I married a monster. The man is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, Lord, I want out of this. And my husband even came home and said to me, I don't love you. I don't want to be married to you anymore. And we were having our house built. We were living in an apartment while the house was being built, because our house sold in a week. We didn't expect it to sell that quick. And we had 2 small kids, and he came home and he said, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking we good. We just bought a house. Well, and he said, I'm not happy, and I'm not in love with you. And I said, well, the funny thing is, I don't know who told you I loved you because I don't. But we got into this marriage as a commitment. It's a
Mm-hmm.
commitment. It has nothing to do with love because that's a feeling you pop in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, we we ended up, it was a rough road is all I could say.
Yeah.
It was a rough
Yeah.
road, but we decided, we made a conscious decision that we wanted to stay married. And if I could say one thing to your listeners that they can maybe kind of tuck away and think about and chew on, is that you have a choice.
Mm.
You choose to be married. If you say I do, you chose that. No one put a gun to your head. No one told you you had to do it. You chose to do it. So in that choice, now choose to make it work. And I'll tell you this, God is not going to ask you, what did your husband do? Or what did that guy I sent you do? He going to ask you, what did you do? So I will say to you, I had to pray oftentimes for shut up grace. Sometimes I had to just stick a towel in my mouth to shut my mouth because I talk too doggone much.
Okay, I had to come back in on that one. I need every woman watching to type in the comments, Lord, please give me shut up grace.
Shut up grace, honey.
Because many of us have that problem.
Right, because we don't feel like we're being heard. So we got to keep talking until we feel like we're being heard. But sometimes just shut up and let the Lord speak for you. He will fight the battle. He is your vengeance is his, says the Lord. He will vindicate you. You do what honors God and you don't worry about what your husband is or is not doing. What is you
Okay.
doing? What is you doing?
What is you doing?
What
The
is
ladies
you
is
doing?
putting it in the thank you. Look at them. They coming out. Lord, give me shut up grace. Listen, if you're watching and you are a woman, we need to all stand in solidarity here as women, as believers. We need shut up
Look,
grace.
y'all.
Look. How you doing, Gemma? Gemma is a part of the Speak Up Sis team. She is my executive assistant all the way in the Philippines, and she is saying, "Shut up, Grace," too.
And trust me, it has no respect to person. If you a woman, we need to be learning how to shut up.
Yes, my goodness, I'm telling you. So I know y'all already can tell. Just for look, Shantae in the picture too. She said, "Lord, please give me shut up, Grace." Women, we have got to get to this place where we understand that everything doesn't need to be said.
That's so true.
Your point doesn't have to be made like all the time in every situation. I can honestly say I deal with this even in, I'm no longer married at this point, but even in trying to date and things like that, I find myself just the snap a turtle. Just to snap a turtle. Like can't get a word in edgewise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, because what I have to say is important, and I need to be able to say this, and I need you to be able to understand this, and not realizing that that's not helping anybody understand you, is not making anybody want to listen to you. And he's sure it's and it borderlines disrespectfulness.
It's true.
I mean, if we're going to be honest about it, it's borderline disrespectfulness. It just is.
And it also shows him your cards. Don't show him your cards. Don't show him your cards till you're ready to play them.
Oh,
so
can I get the hashtag don't show your cards?
You don't have to show them. Like, you don't. My grandma used to say, I could show you better than I could tell you, right? So just hush and live by example. And the only thing God wants us to do is love that person unconditionally.
That's it.
That's it. Don't put no pressure on them. Don't expect them to know everything, because they don't. They're struggling too. So we decided to struggle through this thing called life together, but we're going to do it as a team, because we signed up to be on the same team.
Yes.
No.
This has been so
so
good.
excited.
Did
I
I
can't
tell
wait
you
till the
the 30
19th.
minutes will come and go
You
like
did. It's like over.
it's
sad.
crazy. I know. I feel like there's so much more to be said, but
I
guess
know,
what?
but we'll
We've
be
got
back.
time.
Yes, we'll be back on the 19th, right?
Yes, the 19th. We will be back on the 19th. I want to say thank you so much to all the women who have showed up. And if there are men in the building, not sure if they're here because they ain't talking too much tonight, which is okay. Listen, we're gonna get your women straight tonight.
Yes.
How about that?
We're
gonna get your women all the way straight. You're gonna be telling us thank you.
Yes,
we'll be looking for all
so
the messages.
That is so true. And y'all gonna be calling me talking about, y'all gonna have encounters y'all never even thought of.
My goodness. We're gonna have some good talking. We got some good stuff going on. Shantae say my husband's favorite saying. Look, we got a husband in the building. He's talking about, I'm here at work and watching.
I know that's right.
So listen, everybody, please make sure if you are a Chrysalis community member, you have to RSVP for the 3 things no one has told you about sex workshop. It is a Speak Up Sis workshop for the Chrysalis community. If you are a member, you get to access it free and you get a copy of this amazing book when you attend the workshop. You can't get the book until you unless you attend, just because you RSVP.
We're going to throw in a special how to have an amazing bedroom date for free.
Ooh!
Just for your people. I have created how to have the ultimate amazing bedroom date because my kids were so little and I wanted to be able to date my husband, but I didn't want to pay a babysitter and I didn't want to leave the house all the time. So I created these bedroom dates that, honey, girl.
Oh, that sounds
so if
yummy.
they show up, that'll be free for them.
You got to be in the building for that. If you are not a Chrysalis community member, you can become a Chrysalis community member. All you have to do is visit speakupsis.com/Chrysalis and you can join the community. If you don't want to join the community, that's fine as well. You can still RSVP for the course at speakupsis.com. You'll see the event right on the homepage. The course is $40. It includes the 2-hour workshop. We're going to have a Friday night, ladies' night workshop where we're talking about sex and marriage. And you are also going to get a copy of the book and you're going to get this free bedroom date. The ultimate bedroom date
planning guide.
You're going to get that as well. So you can join the community or you don't have to. You can just pay for the workshop and all of those things will be yours, as well as just to spend some wonderful time with us. Like,
yes,
that's worth it.
That's
worth it. So this is what I would like for you to do for us, Jacqueline. If you will, please let everybody know how they can contact you, because I saw someone say they want to contact you offline. So if you will, please share your contact information.
Yes. So right now I have a private Facebook group called Hey Girl Nation. So I don't know if you can put it.
I can.
You can.
I can.
If you can put that in, you can reach me that way. I recently, well, probably a year ago, took down my, I had a bad car accident and the Lord had me shut down everything. So but you can reach me on Instagram at Hey Girl Nation and LinkedIn, Hey Girl Nation, and Facebook at Hey Girl Nation. And guess what? I'm going to just give you my phone number. You know why? Because I'm led to.
Hey.
Y'all ready?
What is it?
856. 577. 8285. Yep.
8285.
Yes. So, and I do coaching and consulting, and every marriage that I have counseled with, y'all, none has ended in divorce. Look at Jesus.
Look at Jesus.
They still marry happily, y'all. So
My goodness. So you do
I do coaching.
one-on-one
I do
coaching.
one-on-one coaching. I do consulting,
Mm-hmm.
and I also do speaking engagements. And I come out to different, events and things like that and speak.
Got you. And her name is Jacqueline
Yep.
Andrade. Her number is scrolling at the bottom, 856-577-8285. She means business. She done gave y'all her number.
Yes,
Use the
because guess
number.
what?
You can join the Hey Girl Nation Facebook group, and you
Yep.
can also find her on Instagram. And did you say Twitter?
Yep. All at the same
Instagram,
hashtag.
Twitter, and Facebook, all Hey
Hey
Girl Nation.
girl.
And it's Hey with two E's, y'all.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
It
So
has
I'm
been
super
a
excited.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always good to be in your presence, girl. I just appreciate you, and you make my spirit happy. So thank you.
Yes, same here. The feeling is mutual. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And everyone who joined us in the comments, thank you so much for your hashtags and all that good stuff. We appreciate you. Shantae says, where can we order the book? You can order the book on Amazon.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Yep.
on Amazon. And if you join us on November 19th, you'll get a free copy of it,
You sure will.
along with all the other free goodies. So looking forward to seeing you all there. And with that, everybody, you all have a wonderful Wednesday night. And don't forget to join us here every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to meet a new indie/self-published author and support them. All right. So we'll see you all later. Have a good night. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'll see you
You're
again
very
soon.
welcome. Good night.